Hello, everyone. Hi. Good evening. Good evening, Malaysia. Hi. And how is the Friday evening looking? We are live. We are just live, just on our page, which is the Stiletto Foodie page. I want everyone and anyone who's around the same horizon that I am in, it's a Stiletto Foodie show today at 7 o'clock. I try to be right on time as much as possible. So find the Stiletto Foodie page and get onto it. Log on to the show because we have some very exciting guests today. So today, what I call is a jugalbandi. I have a chef who's a young chef who is a hardcore vegan. Her entire mission is mission vegan. And then I have another young budding who has just started his enterprise, a hardcore musician, rockman, an excellent bartender in his old life who has now become a home chef who endorses meat eating. So the entire idea for me was to bring both these talents together on the same platform and discuss what they do, why they do, and what makes them happy. So welcome to the Stiletto Foodie Show with Ethel Da Costa. I am Ethel Da Costa, and this is our third episode on a Friday. I'm so happy with the kind of feedback I'm getting from all across, whether it's Malaysia, whether it's India, whether it's even abroad. People who kind of tune in, who keep telling me that they look forward to Fridays because they want to watch what's happening on the next episode of the Stiletto Foodie. And for me, what's giving me a lot of satisfaction and pleasure is to actually go out there and curate the talent that I want to engage myself with and interact with. And I realize that there's so much in the F&B industry, in the culinary universe, right from young talent who are trying new different things, this entire philosophy of going vegan, which is very interesting for me. And it has a whole lot of health mission involved in it. I don't see myself going vegan because I think I love my seafood and my meats quite a bit. So I love vegetables too, but I don't know what I'm cut out for, being like a hardcore vegan, a vegan activist. But my talent, who is Cheff Gaya, is a complete vegan activist today who is joining us in a short while. So I'm waiting for you to join the show. I'm waiting for you to get online with me. I'm waiting for you to pick up your cup of tea, a glass of wine, or a beer. Today, by the way, is International Beer Day. So all beer fans who love your beers, get on board, and let's have a great 60-minute session on the third episode of the Stiletto Foodie with Ethel Da Costa. So good evening once again, and welcome. I'm going to introduce my guest. Cheff Gaya is Malaysian, very much Malaysian, born here, raised here. And her entire enterprise or her venture is called Cheff Gaya's Malaysia, excuse me, Cheff Gaya's Malaysia Veganism, which I think so says everything. Her mission is mission for vegan, with a lot of stress on plant-based food. Her entire philosophy, ever since she has been cooking, she tells me, since she was 14 years old, which I think is wow. I don't think at 14 I even wanted to get into my kitchen. And my mom always said, I don't think you're ever going to learn how to cook. So I have no clue how you're going to feed yourself, but I'm okay, mom. So Cheff Gaya started, experimenting in her kitchen at age 14. And very slowly, I think, so as she kind of graduated, and she's self-taught, by the way, as she kind of graduated, with curiosity and enthusiasm, understanding what all, her kitchen has or her family kitchen has, began to develop a concept of her own, she says, which focuses on healthy eating. So Cheff Gaya says that healthy eating is not only about, being fit and looking good and staying slim or counting your calories, but it's also loving the elements of the food that you eat, which I thought was exactly, is a philosophy that I believe myself in. I got to, when I look at my food in my plate, I need to feel a connection with it. oh, I need to be emotionally connected with it, because then all my six senses, as I call it, comes together for me to enjoy the meal that I'm eating. So Chef Gaya also has a similar kind of philosophy, but from a very health conscious perspective. And we will soon learn and hear from her, what makes her such a strong, vegan activist that she is. And she tells me that she's very fluent in 9 different cuisines. I can barely make a decent omelette for myself, truth be told. So her different cuisines are Mexican, Thai, Malay, Chinese, South and North Indian, a little bit of French, Italian, and fusion food. So what apparently she does is, she uses a fusion concept to her recipes, using all the elements of whatever leads to great health, good health, and which includes fruits, flowers, vegetables. So let me just get Chef Gaya on board and give everybody, I think so, all our friends and fans, the time to log into. Come on, Malaysia, let me see you log into our show. I can see greetings already happening. Yes, I think there's a great fan following from Labuan that I keep finding every show. So friends from Labuan keep getting onto the show and saying, "Hi, greetings from Labuan. Hi, Labuan. Thank you so much." I think I have quite many fans and friends that I've made in Labuan. So thank you. You really took care of me during the lockdown. I have more friends joining in with greetings. Hi, hello, Ethel, hello. I'm so happy to see you. So let's jump straight into it, and let me get Chef Gaya online. Chef Gaya, hi.
Hello, good evening. How are you doing?
I'm
Hope you're
doing
doing
great.
good.
How are you? How are you?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. I mean, when I look at your face, I think I'm kind of like having a spirit within me. Just want to rock the entire show with you guys. Like, I want to share so many things exciting. Like, I'm really super thrilled, and thank you so much for having me in this show. I feel like very proud and humbled to be in your show today. Yeah. So, thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you. Thank you for your compliments, Chef Kaya. Thank you for also being such an
Welcome.
inspiration. And I hope your
Oh,
Friday is looking good. So I hope your Friday is looking good for you. So
yes, it's
if you have
looking lovely.
It's looking good, right? Yes. So if you have a cup of
Yeah.
tea or a glass of wine or some beer or some coffee, let's get straight into it. So welcome to the Stiletto Foodie show. Today is episode 3. I'm really looking forward to talk to you and to introduce you to friends who are all logging in from different parts of Malaysia. I'm sure your friends will also be very keen and happy to see you
Yes.
today and listen from you, right? As in like, so good.
Yeah.
Let's go straight into it. Let's go straight
Let's
into
get
it.
started.
Let's get
Yeah,
started. So
yeah.
great. So tell us, what is this mission vegan? I mean, come on. I of course I love my vegetables as I shared, but I love
Okay.
my steaks as well. I love a good steak. I love my mashed potato. I love a good grilled fish. But when I was doing a
Okay.
little bit, a lot of reading about what you do, I was like, wow, I'm not too sure if I could ever see myself turning into 100% vegetarian, or even or even 50%
Understand.
or even 50% vegan. I mean, tell us all about it.
Yeah,
What is
that's
mission?
not easy.
It's not easy.
I
I
mean,
know. Let's
you definitely,
let's hear.
first of all, when you say that this is not easy, this is what everybody tells me. You know what? Being vegetarian itself is very hard. How can I skip my meat? How can I skip all my favorite food, my steak, this and that? But you are
Yes,
going another level, saying that you want to go for vegan, like no dairy, no cheese, no milk, this, that, and everything. And there are many complications in terms of the kind of observation or accepting that this is the fact of being a vegan. Now,
hmm.
asking the point why I wanted to be a vegan. I was a vegetarian before, and guess what? This is the joke of the day. I was a meat eater for almost 10 years. Okay,
Oh my
I
God,
was a
really?
meat eater. I was born as a meat eater. Yes, that's a breakthrough. So if someone like me can, can be a hardcore vegan, like how you introduced me earlier, I think everybody could make it possible. But again, it depends on the willingness and also the purpose of why you would want to become a vegan. So as I said
Hmm.
that, being as a non-vegetarian, as a meat eater for 10 years and plus, and then at one point of time I wanted to be a vegetarian. I wanted to
Okay.
experience the state of being in a healthy living, kind of like not wanted to take any kind of meat and everything. Obviously, I started initially because of some religious movement, some
Hmm.
spiritual activities and whatnot. But later part, I kind of like stick to it. I couldn't even smell things anything beyond than that. Obviously, I don't want to be biased to any meat eaters here. Please forgive me, right? I mean, what I'm just trying to share my journey here. And then at
Yes.
one point of time, I slowly started to hear the rumors about veganism. People are changing towards vegan. I started
Hmm.
to get to know many articles. People were talking about it everywhere, especially in social media platforms. And I was thinking, like, okay, what is that vegan all about? All I know it's plant based. Okay, something is more deeper than that. Okay, let me go and find out. So I started doing my research about what is vegan or what is veganism, and
Yes.
I started experimenting with it myself because for me, I'm a more experimental person. I would say I want to know why. I need
Yeah.
blueprint. I need to
Yes.
understand. Otherwise, I
Yes.
can't absorb it within myself. So I
Hmm.
was kind of like I've already been a vegetarian. Even being a vegetarian, like I don't like to take so much of milk. I'm kind of like anti of the smell of the milk and everything. So I tried my level best go on a strict plant-based diet, even then itself. So I don't take egg and everything. So being to turn as a vegan was not very challenging for me because I've already
Hmm.
started my groundwork there. I've kind of
Hmm.
developed my passion there. But then this is the problem in Malaysia. Okay, the early morning when you wake up, the first thing that you're gonna see nasi lemak, you're gonna see roti canai, nasi kandar with ayam goreng, this, that, and everything, right?
Hmm.
So
You can't miss
for
it.
me
You
to
can't.
tell my fellow Malaysians, you know what? I want to give you vegan food. And they was like, you think we are goat and cows, is it? You want us to eat all those greens everywhere, is it? Because that's all they think. So
Yes.
I wanted to break that stigma thoroughly. I wanted to give an icebreaker to our fellow Malaysians, and I wanted to bring the pride. Being as a Malaysian to international level, I wanted to tell around the world that, you know what, veganism don't have to be that hard. Veganism, conceptual eating doesn't have to be boring. It can be
Hmm.
still in the way. If you like eating nasi lemak, you know what? I have 100 different plant-based nasi lemak. Like I have durian nasi lemak, I have mango nasi lemak, I have strawberry nasi lemak, I even have hibiscus nasi lemak, rose nasi lemak. What you want? I have 100 types of it. And guess what? All these are coming from plant-based ingredients, which is fruits, flowers,
Hmm.
vegetables, herbs, everything which can give you certain feeling of intimacy. What I call intimacy in this, because food is something that you have to live. Food is something that you have to feel the joy within it. Whenever that you
Yes.
feel the food, you have to feel like you are in love. That's how you
Yeah.
have to feel it. So
Yeah. A
being as
relationship.
a chef, as a self,
Definitely.
yes, exactly. So being as a self-taught chef, I wanted to create the awareness. I would say this as an awareness that okay, let me break through the opinion or stigma within people that vegan is boring, vegan is hard, vegan is not tasty. What if I can come out with vegan chicken by using some plant-based item? What if I can
Oh,
come up with vegan, prawn with some plant-based item? And without changing any of your favorite menu, that's my promise. I don't want to change
okay.
any of your favorite menu. I'm just going to cultivate it. So, would you like to
Right.
give it a try? And what if I can tell you that the taste of that dish is going to be 99.99% similar to your beef dish? Don't you want to try?
Wow. Yeah. On
Yeah,
that note,
that.
on that note, so when you
Uh-huh.
mentioned a durian nasi lemak.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly speaking, I've been in Malaysia for the past, what, 16 months now. I have yet to try
Mm-hmm.
a durian, as in like a proper durian. I did try a spoonful of a durian cheesecake, and I'm sorry, but
Okay.
I kind of I choked because because I think the durian is just too strong for my flavor and and my mouth. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to
Yeah.
experiment. If you make that durian nasi lemak, I'm going to be very brave and try it because it is yours. On that note, on that
Yes.
note, I want to bring our
Mm-hmm.
next guest. Our next guest is a complete contrast to what you say, because he's a
Okay.
hardcore rock man, loves rock music. I've seen him, in his
Wow.
kitchen flipping burgers,
Okay.
meat patties
Okay.
to music. He's been a very well-known bartender in Kuala Lumpur, and uh,
Okay.
and
Mm-hmm.
and just the past 19 days now, launched his own
Uh-huh.
his own food enterprise, and I have him here. I'm going to bring him. As I said,
Okay.
he's a complete contrast to you. I'm going to bring him on board live with us. Eric,
Let's welcome.
Eric,
Hi.
there you are. Hi, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Eric,
Hi,
yeah,
yeah,
there you are. Hi,
yeah,
welcome,
hi.
Hi.
welcome,
Well, yeah, let me. All right, hi,
welcome.
well, hi.
How are you feeling?
No, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah,
You're, you're good.
how
Okay,
you
and
guys?
how's your Friday looking like?
We're a bit busy today.
Hmm.
But so far so good. Yeah, business is
So far.
doing well. Yeah, I'm lucky.
Yes, I
Yeah.
know. So I'm very excited, Eric, to have you on the
Mhm.
Stiletto Foodie show. Our mutual good friend Frankie, So I'm going to say give a huge shout out to Frankie for introducing me and introducing me to you and you to me. So hi, Frankie. I hope you're not too cold or hot in Ireland. Thank you for doing the introduction. And great to have Eric on board with us, who
Thank
is
you.
right now, I think, in his kitchen. I can see all his food in the background with some,
Yep.
with some good-looking
Right.
mocktails as well, as he says. So, Eric, let's jump straight into everything about you. From being a musician, working in nightclubs, a very popular bartender, and now you have your own food venture happening, correct? Which is just
Yes, yes.
19 days old.
Yeah,
Tell-
it's day 20 now. Yeah.
It's day 20 today.
Yeah.
So tell us all about it, and what kind
Yeah.
of food
So
you do.
right. So I started in F&B I think 23 years ago in 1997.
Hmm.
I started in the kitchen and then I worked my way through and work in a bar. Yeah. So I love I love cooking from before. Actually, I'm a like a home cook. I love to cook, but my passion is in a bar. So I've been doing bartending for about 23 years.
Okay.
Won like a lot of awards in flair bartending, in mixologies and all that.
Hmm.
So I actually have a bar. I own a bar in uptown Damansara, but we are
Okay.
currently closed because of this pandemic.
Yes.
Right. So I've actually hit a brick wall, and then I came up with the idea to open up Lapa by House, my brand now.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
okay, we just started around in 20 days.
In 20 days,
So
right? Yes.
yeah, yeah. So we serve three types of dishes.
Okay.
We serve fusion burgers, pastas, and rice dish.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So
So so far it's sorry.
when
Yeah.
so when you say fusion burger, what is a fusion burger?
Okay, so we incorporate local flavors like Malaysian flavors
Okay.
with like American and European flavors. So what I
Oh,
have back
Wow.
here, right? Let
yeah.
me show you. Okay,
That's very
this is
interesting.
yeah. thi- Okay, this is called
Oh,
Gaya. Sorry, this is meat. I'm really sorry.
It's
Okay,
okay. Carry
so
on.
okay, so this is called ulam raja goat cheese. So ulam raja is like a Malaysian uh, traditional veggie. Yeah. So we mix
oh,
ulam. Yeah. We mix ulam raja with some chili flakes and olive oil together with goat cheese and homemade beef patty. Yeah.
okay. So,
Yeah.
I was just going to tell you that looks delicious, by the way.
Yeah. Thanks.
Looks good. So, I was
Yeah.
just going to tell you that that we have. Are you taking a bite of it, Eric?
Yes.
Oh my God! Wow.
Really.
Oh, but my mouth actually watered.
Yeah.
So,
So
so
we
Chef Chef Gaya, now you know how much we love our meats. So, Eric, you know that Chef Gaya's mission is mission for vegan, right? So we are
yep.
two against one here, but she's so confident that she believes that at the end of the
Yep.
show, we might
Yeah.
just go vegetarian. We might just
Yeah.
experiment in vegetarian or vegan with her.
Yeah. I'm not against you, Chef Gaya. Actually, I'm thinking about being a vegan,
No, no.
but I think I'm not strong enough yet. Um, Maybe I'll start with being
Understand.
a pescatarian first or something like that. No. Right?
Yes, slowly.
Yeah.
Just start slowly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So on that note, I'm going to get some comments online from friends who have logged in and who are logging in from different time zones. And so saying hi, Ethel, good work. Thank you. Yes, I think I love the fact that you appreciate the effort, and and thank you for your feedback as well. That keeps coming to me. So thank you. We have another comment which says, "Hi, Eric. Hi, Eric. I
hey,
think
what's up? What's up?
your friends are online." Um, yes, the friends are saying, "We love you." Yeah, I guess it's good
Love
fun.
you
Yeah,
too. Oh.
more comments
Sorry,
saying
guys.
hi.
Yeah, I'm
No,
a bit awkward when it comes to camera or people public speaking. So I'm sorry. Yeah.
but you also told me, Eric,
That's
but I think
okay.
Yeah.
you're doing a fantastic job already. So yeah, so we have more comments coming in saying hi, Atul and everyone. Hello and welcome to the Stiletto Foodie Show. This is episode 3 with Chef Gaya, and we have Eric with us. Both are from Malaysia. One is a vegan activist. The second one is let's go for meat. Yes, yes. So thank you for coming and joining us. Um, Oh, so somebody's saying, Eric, your feedback saying somebody's saying, hey, I bought this burger. I think the burger that you showed
Hey,
online, somebody has bought it and saying it's an awesome burger. So great, great endorse there by your friends.
thank
And we
you.
have, yeah, thank you. Hello, hello. We have another comment. Oh, this is for Chef Gaya. I plant so many ulam raja at my farm. Oh, for Eric as well. You get it free,
Oh,
somebody said.
okay. Thank you. PM me. I'll get your number.
Yes, you can always get online with both the guests,
Yeah.
online. Drop your comments, and Chef Gaya and Eric will connect with you. More comments coming for this is for Chef Gaya saying hi, Gaya, and we have another one. I think your burger is a hit. I think your burger is a hit, Eric. Yes, because all the comments are coming for your burger. What do you call that burger, Eric?
This is called Ulam Raja Goat Cheeseburger.
Ah, there's also
Yeah.
is there also a sapurata burger?
Yeah. Sapurata Burger is our beef burger with caramelized onion, barbecue sauce, and cheese with bacon. Yeah.
So, this is actually increasing my blood pressure right now. because because you have all that I want to eat, and I don't have it here. But I'm back in Kuala Lumpur. I think you, me, and Chef Gaya are going to sit down, and Chef Gaya will eat all the vegetables, and we will eat the meats. Yes, great. So we have a lot of comments actually happening right now, which I will bring up as our show, keeps moving forward. So thank you, everyone. Thank you who is joining in, with us today live. So great. So we've heard what Chef Gaya believes in, what is her philosophy, and where her philosophy comes from, and how she's trying to drive her entire veganism and vegetarianism. And in complete contrast, we have Erik with his entire 20-day-old enterprise, which is completely, very club-driven, very cafe-driven food from what I can see, which is, your quick burgers, beef burgers, and he has mocktails happening. And from I know that having spoken to him, we can all see it in the background too. I think they're flying off the handle. Yeah, what is that mocktail, Erik?
Right. This is called coriander craze. So there's coriander, cucumber, ginger, lemon, and soda. Right.
Oh, that looks
So
so
Wow.
yeah,
fresh,
this is one of my favorite drink. Yeah.
and that looks very,
Can
very
I
fresh.
can I have a bottle?
Yeah, sure. Drop me a message after this. Yeah.
Yes, and
Sure, sure, definitely.
and I'm sure we can, Chef Guy, you can also kind of see how maybe you both of you can collaborate together, and things like that, right?
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah. So great. So Chef Kaya, since you have been talking so much about food is just not about counting calories and looking slim and looking fit, correct? What food do you think supports beauty? Uh, you know, Supports beauty, physical beauty, beauty of your internal organs, and overall health.
Very good question. For that, I think I need to show my dish to you guys first because the question underlies and the answers underlies within this beautiful dish here, right?
Okay.
So coming back to the question, okay, as the audience can see and everyone can see here, I have mangoes right here. I have
Mm,
cherry tomatoes, mangoes, and this one is actually a honey type mango, right? It's not
okay.
the mangoes we have plenty types, right? So this is a honey type mango, and I have
Hmm.
few other ingredients over here. So will you believe me if I can say that this is equally tasty as the meat items. Obviously, everyone has a different taste bud, right? So when we look at this mango, if you can look at it, it's
Hmm.
really juicy, right? It's really
Yes.
juicy, rich in color, and it's rich in complexion. So this is what these kind of fruits and mango. Talking about mango is one of the best fruit which can reduces stress within your body, and if
Okay.
stress level is reduced within your body, certain hormones which triggers your collagen, or certain hormones which increase the beauty level within yourself, certain hormones which can help you to do that, healthy collagen tissues will be built up, and fresh mangoes can help you with that. And further than that, cherry tomatoes. Okay, many people don't believe that tomatoes are actually can help with beauty purpose. Like cherry
I
tomatoes
love
is one of
I love
the very
tomatoes.
much key ingredient. Yeah, as you can see, right? It's
Yes.
a very key ingredient where
Yeah.
this contains certain minerals. Okay, cherry tomatoes contain certain minerals which can actually detoxify whatever clogged pores within your skin, and it
Oh,
also cleanses your intestines and it calms your colon health. So the very main thing that people sometimes they kind of like they look out whereby they believe that if I need to be beautiful, I need to apply some kind of cream, I need to apply some cosmetics products and whatnot. But the
mm,
main
mm.
factor why skin is getting affected is because of excessive oil within our gut health, our intestines. excessive oil, excessive spiciness, and when all these clog within your body, right? So what happens? It gets stuck, like how your car engine gets stuck if you don't start the engine for another two
Yes.
days, and that's where
Yes.
you will face some issues by getting that car ready, right? So that's the same
Right.
thing that we face when we have all these toxic accumulated within our body, and when it's not released properly, our skin will get huge pores. That's why if you
Mm.
notice, some people will have lots of acne in their faces. They will have their
Mm.
pores very bigger, and they will have their cheeks to kind of go down. They won't have the skin elasticity. Like,
Mm.
okay,
Mm.
can you guess what's my age right now? Guess what's my age?
Age is just a number. For me, age is just a number, so it doesn't even matter. I think the entire
It,
idea
Okay, I
it
mean,
is to look
just
healthy.
like, okay, why
it's
am I
bad. It's bad
asking?
for guys.
Why am I asking this? Why am I asking this? You know what? Every time when people see me, they ask me this question, Chef Gaya, are you back from school? That's the first thing that
Mm.
they will ask me. Because
Mm.
when they look at me, they say that, I'm not boasting myself here, but this is the exact problem that I face. They kind of
Right.
ask me, can you show me your IC, your identity card, to prove that
Yes.
you're 18 and
Yes.
above? Because you don't look like
Correct.
one, right?
Yeah.
So every time when people look at me, they call me like a young girl, like still from school and everything. So I would say this kind of combination. So if you guys can look here, this is another thing. Coral lettuce. Coral lettuce that
Mm.
I've kept it here not for decoration purpose, yeah. People might think that I've kept this coral lettuce for decoration purpose. Coral lettuce is rich in vitamin A and E, which improves the
Oh.
complexion of your skin and health, and
Okay.
it gives you
Okay.
vitamin E that is kind of very strong, which can whiten up your skin, and you don't need a serum for it. You don't need a whitening serum to kind of make your skin
Oh.
look bright, glowing, and whiter. And coral
Right.
lettuce helps that. And for men's, coral lettuce is actually very helpful with their hormonal production, especially semen production, and it's very helpful for their own hormones as well.
Okay. Wow. All right.
See,
So you're saying,
we have
so
so
Chef
many
Guy,
things.
yes. So you're saying that eating mangoes regularly is very good for overall health and all that, right?
Yes, yes. So you
Okay.
you
Wow.
just can take it. I think majority of us we love mangoes. It's not
Mm.
something that hard to eat, right? We love
Yes.
it. And another part of it, mangoes psychologically. This is another test that has been done by the researchers. Mangoes can
Yes.
actually slower down your stress level, and it can
Okay.
impact your psychological movement, which can make you feel much better, happy,
Mm-hmm.
and comfortable with sense of pleasure. This is
Oh,
according
okay.
to the psychological research. Yes,
I,
it does.
I have to eat more mangoes. I have to eat more mangoes then.
You have to. You can give it a
Yeah.
shot. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Because I did not know that. Of course, I love tomatoes. I really love tomatoes. I
Okay.
love onions because I think I love garlic. I love basil. These are my favorite. That whenever I do my so-called cooking at home, these are the things that kind
Mm-hmm.
of just goes into my food. Wow. Okay. I have quite a lot to learn from you. So the dish that you just showed us has a whole lot of elements that are into it. Correct, Chef Gaya?
Yes, it has fruits, it has vegetables, it has herbs, and all these are like prepared with less oil, less
Mm-hmm.
salt, and less sugar consumption. This is another
Yeah.
trick. What if I can tell you that I prepared all these with, less than 2 tablespoons of oil and no sugar
Yes.
in it? I didn't use any artificial sugar because I have natural
Correct.
sugars in it. Mangoes are
Yes.
naturally
Correct.
sweet, right? Yeah.
Yes. Wow, because I understand, in my entire journey of food reviews and food writing and day-to-day eating out, there's so much of oil and sugar in the local food. And whenever I get into a conversation, with the restaurant owner, or if the chef comes to meet me, and I ask them why, correct? Because I know from a health perspective, it is not healthy and not safe. And I can see
Mhm.
Erik slightly frowning there. you know, because but that's what it is, right? That's how it is. So
I'm
I
assuming
think
this is my burger right now.
Eric is gorging on his food, and I can see, as I said, I've told you that my heart rate is already kind of, is fluctuating up and down, looking at the fact that he's really enjoying his burger, and I am doing a lemon hot water here, as a detox routine, doing the show as well. So it's interesting because from the comment chat, I can see a lot of questions coming up saying people do not, don't know this thing. So, Chef Gaya, is there a way that you can, create, your to support your mission vegan with information? I think generally people want good health today. I think it is a need of the hour, thanks to COVID
Yeah,
and our whole lifestyles changing. Is there a way that that we
yeah.
can see how can we communicate the strengths of healthy eating, to educate the general public? Do you have an idea how you would like to do that?
Okay. This particular question, like for me, in my point of view, I would say that instead of saying healthy eating, why not we come back and we talk about wellness eating, right? There are difference. So when we talk about
Interesting.
healthy eating, people tend to think that, you know what, I have to cut down on fried items, I have to cut down on oily stuff, I can't eat all my favorite foods, like for example,
Mm,
burgers, pizza, spaghetti, this and that.
mm.
Everybody loves these kind of foods, right? So when
Sure.
we talk
Comfort
about
food.
wellness eating, yeah, so this is what I practice, and this is what I practice, or I kind of preach to my audience or my followers and all that, right? I tell them, don't give up on your favorite food. Never ever give up. It can be your spaghetti, it can be your pizza, it can be your burger, it can be anything. But play on wellness consumption, which means you take care after the type of oil that you use. You take care after the amount of salt that you're putting in, and you take care
Mm,
after the portion that you're actually eating. Like just imagine eating one whole pizza by your own and eating
yes.
two slices of pizza which you love. How much
Right.
difference that make?
Yeah.
Eating one whole pizza by your own just because you love pizza, right? That's not gonna make
Mm,
any sense, and that's gonna make your health worse. So what
yes.
I tell my audience or my students, basically people who are learning how to cook vegan food from me, basically I'm running my academy also, and I'm teaching people how to cook this kind of stuff. So I tell them one thing: do not give up on your favorite food. That's the first law
Mm,
in Gaia's dictionary, Chef Gaia's
okay.
dictionary. Do not give up on your favorite food.
That's a
Second
good
thing,
one.
play with. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good one, right? So the
Yes.
second thing is play with moderation, right? When I say
Mm,
moderation, go on a sustainable living. You can have your cheat day meal, but that doesn't mean that you have to give up everything. So instead of taking 5 tablespoons of oil, start practicing having maybe two or three if you're cooking for your own. If you're cooking for your
mm.
own, I think 1 tablespoon of oil is just sufficient for the beginning. Or if you can't tolerate, just sprinkle some olive oil and put it under the baker, why not microwave oven and bake it so you can still enjoy the crunchiness as how it will be deep fried. Instead of having 1 liter of oil in your pot, putting everything together and deep fry it, which is not going to be good for your cholesterol. Cholesterol will say, hey, I'm coming into your lifestyle, please, right?
Right.
Correct or not?
Yeah. Yes, I
Yeah.
completely,
So these are
completely
the
second
things.
that. I completely second that. So
Yes.
great.
This.
So, so, so Chef Gaya, what you think then, or
Mm-hmm,
what can you recommend us, foodies like us, right? That which is like
mm-hmm,
which is a daily must eat. So for myself, for example, and to everyone else who's logged in and who's commenting, what do you think
mm-hmm.
are the essentials that we must consume every day
Okay.
for you
There
said
are few
wellness
ingredients that,
and you said health,
yes,
you know.
yeah. Okay. And according to my own research about my health, so whatever that I'm saying right now might not be applicable for everyone. It's a general thing. But whatever that I'm saying right now is perfect for everyone who are trying to be a healthy or wellness eater. So very
Right.
importantly, you must start taking grains. Grains are very, very important. So grains can actually cleanse your stomach, whatever that you're eating. It can improve fiber consumption, and
Mm.
people don't have to suffer from constipation. So grains are highly important. So what types of grains that you can take? You can take, pistachios. You can take some nuts. You can take oats. You can take granulars. All these kind of stuff. So start your
Okay.
day with something like that, because that helps you to keep in long appetite. You don't crave for any kind of other type of food. When you
Yes.
don't crave more, when your appetite is suppressed or in a composure level, what happens is you won't tend to overeat, or you won't tend to
Mm.
go and eat so many things which is not appropriate for your health. You
Correct.
can do it once in a time just for fun, like when you're going for parties and whatnot. Yes, you can. But in a regular basis, you have to come back to this. Then that's number one.
Mm.
Second thing is you must have a variation of colored vegetables. Like for me, I would say beetroot is very good. Beetroot is
I love.
highly beneficial for your blood. It's very good for your
Right.
skin. It's very good for your lungs. It's very good for for your heart, and it's very good for your hair growth as well, because beetroot
Oh,
is kind of root. It's root.
yes.
It's a rooty vegetable. So
Yes.
what roots link to? When look at your hairs is a symbol of root. Am I right? Our
Oh,
hairs is a symbol of root. So if the root is not strong, our hair might fall. We might have scalp issues, dandruff issues, some skin irritations and whatnot. So beetroots, carrots, red apples, green apples are very good. So those who can't consume these as a raw things, like some people they don't like beetroot smell because it's a kind of it gives a sandy smell, like how you smell sand, like a soil kind of thing. So what I do basically, I mix with other type of fruits or vegetables to eliminate the flavor or the smell of that beetroot raw. I
mm.
eliminate it. So what I do, I mix them with carrots, I mix them with some oranges or apples to give a different flavor. And
Right.
guess what?
Okay.
The beetroot function will never decrease because you're mixing it with other types of fruits. You still get the same amount of nutrient from beetroot, orange, carrots, and everything equally.
Hmm. Okay. So you're
So
saying
when you
green,
start your day with
green, yeah, greens,
mm-hmm,
beetroot, correct?
mm-hmm, orange.
What's Yeah, you mentioned orange too.
Okay,
Yes, you mentioned
beetroot.
orange. Okay.
The thing is beetroot, carrots, oranges, and also green or red apples. Either
Hmm.
way, it's up
Okay.
to you. Yeah. So
Yes.
these combos works very well for your skin. And if you would like to stay youthful, if you wanna,
Hmm.
for example, let's take that you are having a date in another 3 months of coming the week, or maybe 2 weeks coming the week. You have a
Right.
date with your girlfriend or your boyfriend. You wanna feel good, you wanna look good. So start having these every day before your date night. I think your partner will just be amazed with your skin. So
Wow.
that's a very good tips that I can share. Yeah.
Yeah. Which also now
Yes.
encourages me to kind of make sure that because as I said, as a food writer, I'm constantly eating out, and then you forget.
Yeah.
Correct. I sometimes forget.
Yes.
Though I'm very
Yeah.
disciplined. So I think on that note, and I'm sure Erik has been taking notes down too, from whatever Cheff Gaya has been saying. Let me get some more comments which are up. I think there are a lot of comments now that Cheff Gaya has done, has explained and shared so many tips. Great. So, oh, uh, Eric's fan club, or which is the burger fan club, is very active right now. I think there's some sort of two teams at play here. One team is for vegan or vegetarianism, and the other team is rooting for the burger. So one of Eric's friends is saying, "I've been salivating for this burger for 20 days." Bro, you just have to now order from Eric directly now.
Far from
Right?
house.
Yes,
Far
yes,
back.
correct. So thank you for all the comments. Yes, the burger fan club is very strong. Eric, please read all the messages that are coming in. Somebody saying we actually tried all the burgers, your burgers.
Wait
Uh,
till you see our pasta.
so Eric, not bad, not bad. You've just been in the business for the past. Wow, that looks very juicy too. You've just been in the business for the past 19 days, and today is the 20th day. And look at the feedback coming for your food. Correct? I think this is awesome.
Yeah.
Great compliment. Great
Thank
compliment.
you. Thank you. I feel blessed. Yeah.
Correct?
My friends and family keep supporting me, so I'm really blessed. Yeah.
Yes, good fan club. This is
Yeah.
for Chef Gaya. So Chef Gaya, our friends who are online are saying mangoes and cherry tomatoes. I love. Great. Uh,
Thank
they also,
you. Thank you.
they're also saying hi to you. Correct.
Thank
We
you.
have
Hello.
more.
Hello.
Love mango chef.
Love
Yeah.
mango.
Yes. I think we all agree. We all agree that we have to include mangoes into our daily diet. Another
Yes.
another fan is saying, I think people when they watch us all eating get very kind of triggered as well. So somebody is saying I should have eaten first and then come to see the show. Yes. You know. Think the whole idea is to promote the food. So love the idea eating his own food. It looks really yummy too. Yes, that's the
It
idea.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the idea. We
It
love
is.
we love what we do. The talent on the show are ambassadors of their own food. So yes, when the chef eats his own food, you bet that he knows that it is great food. There's a compliment coming for Chef Gaya saying you look young. So you're right, Chef Gaya is eating all the right things, people. Right, clean food
Chef,
from her kitchen.
Chef Gaya, how old are you, Chef Gaya? Sorry. How young are
Oh
you?
my God, Eric.
No,
Well,
Finally.
you baited him.
yeah,
You baited him.
right.
Okay, just make a guess. I mean, why not you make a guess
So,
within a countdown of one or
since
two?
just now we're talking about age, right? So, yeah, this, yeah,
I'm sure. I'm
yeah.
sure
I'm
Chef Gaya.
26 this year.
Sorry,
Oh,
26.
I'm 26 this year. Yes,
Oh,
this year.
Chef Gaya, guess my age.
wow.
Oh my God. Why are you putting me into this?
Yes,
Uh,
correct. I keep
maybe,
saying,
32, maybe.
Thank you. I'm 42, Chef Gaya.
whoa,
Uh,
wow,
yeah.
great.
Whoa,
And that's all because of
that's
the
a
meat.
real whoop.
So just joking, just joking.
So he's the meat
Yeah.
ambassador. So Chef Gaya, yes, you have more comments coming saying your kitchen is sparkling and super clean. Both of you, you have clean kitchens. I think that is very good. To kind of be there. So that's the idea. You're in your own kitchen and you're sharing what where you cook from and uh, all because I think it's so important that your food reflects what you say. Correct. And that's what as ambassadors of your own ventures, it is very important to be able to share that with your friends and fans and audiences as well. So yes, so people are saying let's eat more mangoes. Everyone is saying wow, I do not know that the food that you're mentioning, Chef Gaya, has so many health properties which sometimes we take it for granted. So yes, as a comment says, less oil, less salt, less sugar. I completely agree. I think it is consciously a very important thing to do that. And even in my kitchen, I don't have salt and I don't have sugar at all for the past 2 years. And if my oil is
Great,
very,
great.
very scarce, which I use
Okay,
extra virgin olive oil, even when I'm, frying an egg for
okay.
myself. So that's good. Great comments, really
Look
great
at this.
comments. I'm so happy. I'm really happy that you are enjoying
I
what
can't
you're
wait for
watching.
this.
Oh, that's the mango,
I'm
right?
kind of like,
Yeah,
yes, I love eating it like this. Like,
yes. Wow. So,
Wow.
so yeah, so lemon hot water is good. Lemon water is good. I do this every single day without fail. First thing in the morning when I wake up, I have a glass of it's hot water, lemon, ginger, and turmeric, fresh turmeric. So I drink that, and I know that I kind of it's a cleansing routine, and then maybe my tea or breakfast would help. So yes, so combining healthy living, healthy eating, building a relationship with your food is so very important. And I'm so glad from the comments that are coming that that our audiences are understanding, are enjoying what we're saying, and kind of also endorsing what Chef Gaya and is also sharing. So Chef Gaya, great. If you see the comments, I think the comments are so encouraging and so positive. So a lot of compliments happening for Chef Gaya, saying, that self-control, self-discipline is so important today. So
Yeah.
good. This is very good. I'm very happy. There's a lot of there's feedback coming to me too, saying, "Great, Ethel, you organize your program so well. I love you. I love you too. I love the fact that you give me love, love comes back," which brings me back to Erik. So, Erik, do you miss your bartending days?
Yes, actually, I really miss it. But the current situation makes me have to do what I have to do now. No, actually, now my bar has not been open since I think 3 months ago. So
Hmm.
we've been like in like this FMCO for about 3 months.
Yes,
So
correct.
like shopping complex can't open, the bus and restaurant can't open, and all that.
Correct.
Really affect us. Yeah.
So I've been watching some of your kitchen videos, and I see that you cook to rock music because I've seen
Ah,
you doing your jig when you're flipping those beef patties on the
yeah.
burner, correct? And I said, wow. I said that is a very happy chef. That's a very happy guy creating happy food, even if the food does not agree with Chef Gaya, in terms of what what goes into it. But I think we all love happy people. We love happy men. We love happy men who cook happy food, correct?
Yeah.
And and then maybe binge on a night with the burgers, and the next morning you detox to hot water and lemon and
Make
turmeric,
it
correct?
sustainable. Make it
Make
You
it
know,
sustainable.
like
sustainable. I think the
Yeah.
key is
end
that.
of the day, food makes people happy. Either
Yes,
vegetarian food, vegan food, or my food, but it makes people happy. So if it makes people happy, then I'm happy,
Yes.
yes,
right?
absolutely yes. So yes, so it
Yeah.
is important for us to add carrot, green and red apples because I think green apples are very high in vitamin C. So I think a green apple a day gives you your vitamin dose, vitamin C dose which is so good for skin, especially now with the pandemic to build up your immune system. So yes, I completely agree. Beetroot is great. I love beetroot too. So I'm consciously kind of going to make sure that these are the must when I go to shop and stuff like that. Yes. For Erik, somebody loves your duck pasta. So Erik, can you
Right.
share? Can you share your dish?
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's share your food.
So, okay, if you like my duck pasta, you should try my soft shell crab pasta.
Oh, so what all is into that? What all has gone into
Right.
that?
So, the pasta is linguine cooked in buttermilk sauce with
Okay.
soft shell crab, and we serve the pasta with mantau. Right. So,
Okay.
as you can see,
Wow.
I'm a big man, so I have a big hand. So, the the crab is actually big.
Hmm.
Wow. Ooh.
And yeah, and big portions
Yeah,
as well.
big
Correct.
portion, affordable price, and I think it looks good for takeaway food, right?
Yes, correct. It looks
Mm.
good sitting down,
Wh- wh-
movie with
Yeah.
a
What
camera.
What do you think, Chef Gaya? Looks okay?
You are trying
No,
to convert me now. No, I mean,
I'm just joking.
originally, I mean, jokes aside,
Yeah.
it looks very lovely. I mean, I'm thinking, what if I make a vegan duck pasta right now? Like, I'm just thinking
Mm.
of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if I can make something? Yeah. Should
Yeah,
try. And I should give
yeah.
it to you to try.
And I'm sure the two of you can collaborate. Two of you
Yeah.
can
We
collaborate
should.
together Yeah,
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
because food is all about not just experimenting with what you're doing, but also, as I said, I look at it not just appetite and satisfaction, but also innovation, also
Yeah.
ensuring that you take charge of somebody else's health. So when you're cooking, it's like a laboratory, right? And making sure that
Yeah.
what all that you put into your food, you also have accountability and responsibility uh, to ensure that the one who is going to eat the food that you're cooking is also kept healthy. If you know what I'm saying, I think that is
Yes.
just so important. To be conscious food creators. So you enjoy what you
Yeah.
do, you also be responsible and accountable for health. So, what inspires you, Eric, when you're in your kitchen, flipping those beef patties or putting your duck pasta together? What really inspires you to start your day, to kind of wake up, start your day, get into the kitchen, and start cooking?
Um, so, um, okay, let me put it this way. So, the way I create my food recipe is like how I create my cocktail recipe because I love bartending so much,
Mm,
right?
mm,
So,
mm.
so it's basically like cooking is like making a cocktail, like shaking a cocktail for me, because the base of cooking food is you have to know spices and taste.
Yes, yes, correct.
Yeah, so it's not hard for me now, and the
Mm,
transition has been really easy.
mm,
Um,
mm,
and and I love cooking or making good drinks or cooking good food. So
correct,
I just feel happy doing it for people, and then receiving like good feedbacks from our customers, our friends. You know, when
correct.
people say your food is oh shit, it's amazing or whatnot, I feel really honored and happy. Yeah,
Correct.
right.
I think
So that's what keeps me moving. Yeah, sorry.
you have another mocktail to show us, right? You have another mocktail
Um,
yourself. Or the
I'm sorry, but I already finished the mocktail just now. Right. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
yeah,
Mm.
that is so good. See,
Uh,
he
just to
loves it.
wash up the what juicy and amazing burger just now, so I have to finish
Yes,
the mocktail.
correct. Yeah, correct, correct, correct. Wow. So Chef Gaya, you have a lot of questions that I'm going to request you to kind of, once we finish up with the show, is to get into the comment
Uh-huh.
box, both of you and Eric, and reply back to all the questions that are being asked, because food is an auxiliary, correct? Like we all said, it is good health, it is vitality, it is energy. So a lot of our people or friends who are online with us have a lot of questions to see how you can use food naturally to ensure that you have a very a very vibrant lifestyle, correct? A working lifestyle, a personal lifestyle. So make sure that
Yeah.
each one of you who is online, drop your comments into our comment box. I will also drop in contacts for both of them, so you can reach out to each one on your own time frame and ask them all the questions that you want to, all the advice that you need to, and things like that. But this is so good. Yes, our audience is also suggesting and agreeing to my suggestion that Eric and Chef Gaya should collaborate together, and
Sure.
and
Okay.
and see what you both create. There's also another suggestion is that when you do that, you should copyright it.
Okay.
Right?
You know what, Eric? This is not in my game plan. It is just coming right away.
Yeah, see, and I think that is the spontaneity. That is the spontaneity of
Yeah.
having,
Yeah.
great talent, of having enthusiasm for making, for making something so interesting in your kitchen. Your kitchens look fantastic. There's such a happy vibe between the two of you
Yes.
and you. So naturally, your food will also personify that, correct? And
Yeah.
our guests who are online with us completely agree to it, saying that that you should collaborate, because both of you have a great kind of food philosophy that you believe in, and you're putting together. And as long as food is made with love, your clients don't have a problem paying for it. I think that is what food needs to resonate, because food is it's very
Yes.
personal, it's very spiritual, and correct, and it also serves your physicality, right? So, Chef Gaya,
Yes.
before we kind of, I can
Mm-hmm.
see that 60 minutes have just gone by so quickly. Tell me what I need to eat to look youthful forever, if that's even possible.
Wow. Such a difficult question. Okay.
Beautiful question.
The first thing that if you want to be youthful, if you want to look young all the time, the very first important thing that I would say, obviously, 80% is food and 20% is your workout, right? So when we say 80% food, what you have to be taking is, instead of taking all these kind of spicy, deep fried, and solid
Hmm.
items, you have to
Yes.
go slightly reverse by taking some liquid kind of items. Like,
Okay.
when I say liquid, so that's where we come with, these smoothies, these fruit juices, these teas and everything. So if your diet is a combination of, about 90, 70 to 80% of liquid types of items, plus with
Hmm.
another 20 to 30% of solid types of items,
Hmm.
that's
Hmm.
actually helps your what you call your stomach and your intestine process to work efficiently. So what is the
Yes.
related between youthfulness and what it call intestines and your digestion and whatnot? There is a link between these two. If your
Yes,
food
of
is
course.
not digested properly, if your body is not helping towards proper digestion, so what will
Hmm.
happen is all your active hormones, which is helping towards your beauty, which is keeping your youthfulness as how you were in your 20s and everything, will slowly
Hmm.
start to decrease its metabolism. You get
Yes.
what I mean? So the metabolism is very, very important to stick with your age. So now your age is at here and your metabolism is here. So when it
Yes.
kind of combined, it's never reached to the level. So you're kind of suffering physically and you're expecting something to look externally. So that's where that's
Yes.
not going to happen. So you have to modify your meal with lots of liquid items and lower down your solid items. This is where vegans have two types of people, yeah. One is fully vegan. Even French fries is also vegan also because it's coming from potato. But what
Potato.
if I
Yes.
tell you about whole food plant based? So when we say whole food plant based means you have things which are not cooked, things are only boiled, things are only
Hmm.
in stew, and
Yes.
things are like not overly cooked, overly fried and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
again, that's another level. I don't think so. We are ready. Even I'm not ready there yet. Okay, let me be very honest. I'm not there yet. But what I do, I work on a moderation. Again, the same thing is moderation. I like to take a
Yes.
lot of berries, like strawberries, raspberry,
Hmm.
then blueberry. Okay, strawberry and raspberry can actually prevent your skin from getting aging. That's number one
Uh-huh.
because it contains high level of antioxidants,
Okay.
super high,
So, so
right?
I'm going to take
And apart
all.
from, Mhm.
Right. So what I'm going to do is, because we're running out on time, I'm going to offline
Okay,
get you to prepare a list for
okay,
me, which I can include in my diet
sure.
on a day-to-day basis. Correct. I'm sure Eric also has a lot of questions that
Hmm.
he will pop offline with you too. I think most important is to also make sure that we have, we drink a lot of water, which I have consciously now
Yes, yes.
included. I was horrible in it.
Water,
Uh,
yes.
yeah, water. Correct.
And
Yeah, that.
another thing, when you said water, that's where I realized having warm water is highly helpful than taking cold water for
Yes,
your
yes.
skin.
Just to
Yes,
hot water at the
because
moment.
warm water will release your skin out. It will just release. Like how your beautician massage your skin, it releases out. So cold water
Correct.
make it stuck because it's cold, it's free. You
Correct.
don't know where to go, it's stuck. Yeah.
Okay, so great. So while I have had the best of time talking to both of you, and there's so much learning that has happened. Our guests who have joined us online have had a blast completely. We've all seen from the comments that that are popping up and down. Our comment section is on fire, from what I can see, because there's so much of heat
Great.
and energy here between the three of us. At this time, I'm going to also announce, so every Sundays I run a Sunday contest on my Instagram handle at Ethel Da Costa, and great response there too. So there was a contest that was run on the origins of the Bashk burnt cheesecake. The idea is to put food information out as well, which I think also kind of helps a lot of people to understand different nuances. So that's the idea of the Sunday contest that I run on my Instagram handle. And today I'm going to announce the
Okay.
winner of the contest. So the winner is Geeta Kandish from Bansar. Geeta wins a Bashk burnt cheesecake by Max Kitchen. So congratulations, Geeta. Thank you for participating in the
Wow.
contest. Lot of entries, that happened on my Instagram handle. So every Sunday, remember, every Sunday I run a Sunday contest on my Instagram at Ethel Da Costa. Look out for it. There are great prizes and giveaways that are happening from different chefs from Malaysia. It is right now open to uh, contestants or people from West Malaysia because of the lockdown and the courier services to kind of reach out. So Geeta, you have this delicious and great looking, great tasting, because I've already eaten it. Bashk burnt cheesecake coming to you from Max Kitchen. Congratulations again, Geeta,
Ooh.
for participating. Yes, and look out for the Sunday contest that will happen. I'm so glad that I met Erik. Thank you again to Frankie Murray in Ireland for doing the introductions, Frankie, and connecting me with Erik. Erik, great job with what you're doing. You're a happy man. I'm sure your food is happy. When I come to Kuala Lumpur, you are treating us to all the burgers, and then for 2 days we will detox. Thank, thank you, Chef Gaya, for making the time to be
You're
part of
most
the show,
welcome.
because I've seen that you're a very busy young lady. I love the fact that you have so much of information. You are so passionately an activist for a vegan lifestyle, and you just don't preach, you also practice. I think that is very important. To walk the talk. So you
Thank you.
walk your talk. Erik
Yeah.
walks his talk too. Correct. All of our audiences who are
Sure,
here,
sure.
who are here online with us are saying congratulations, thank you so much, Ethel. We've had a great time, being part of the show. All our comment sections are on fire. So yes, they're saying thank you, Ethel, Erik, and Chef Gaya. Thank you for making the time for being online with us. There's also congratulations going out to Geeta Kandish from Bangsar for winning the competition, the Sunday IG competition, and she gets this delicious tasting Bashk burnt cheesecake by Max Kitchen. So yes, I don't know if people know it, that the origins of the Bashk burnt cheesecake is San Sebastian in Spain, the actual origins, from where the cake happened by way of an accident, but it's all there on Google, so please read. And everybody else who joined us, thank you so much. Yes, somebody saying berries are good for memory, so please include that in your
Yes,
diet.
yes, yeah.
Uh, a tip, Erik, can you give us before we sign off? Can you give us a tip? That uh, how to be happy. I know a lot of people have lost jobs. A lot of people, are some of them are without work right now. Some of them are, desperately and very consciously reinventing themselves. Do you have an advice or a tip to share with them?
How to be happy?
Yes, how to
Um,
be happy.
okay, it's easy. You don't think about outside influence. Just think
Hmm.
about your own happiness,
Hmm.
right? And what you want to do, and yeah, that's it. It's easy as it's easy as that. Just focus your on yourself, focus on your family, no outside influence, and yeah, be happy. That's what I'm doing until now. I'm 42 years old. I'm happy. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Uh, our
Yeah.
guests, so our friends also agree, saying surround yourself with positive people. I so completely agree. Pick and choose your friends who resonate the spirit of your heart and your soul. I think that's the most important thing. There's a lot of love happening today in our comment boxes, which I completely love. I think it's the energy, right? It's the energy. I always say, give love, you receive love. And when you give love and people don't reciprocate love, you let them, you just let them go, correct? Saying, you know, go there and have a good life because I love my life. And on that note, I'm going to close the Stiletto Foodie show. As I said, we've run way above our time. Great energy, great vibe. I'm so thankful to each one of you who's made the time to log in. Yes, I can see Erik still showing his food. And I'm sure he's going to go and finish off that one too. Right, Erik? Because Erik has had
Yes,
a blast.
I will.
Erik has had a blast. Chef Gaya is going to devour the mango. She was just, made us all lust. I think I have an orange that I'm consciously
I'm
going to.
gonna like jump in all this shortly because I need my hands like really to jump in everywhere. So
Correct.
yeah.
So this is what I'm going to do post show. Is an orange. Correct. Yes. Wow. So thank you guys. Thank you, Erik. Have a great Friday
Thank you.
evening. All the more power to you, all the more love. Let your kitchen, keep pumping with rock music, keep flipping those burgers. And thank you so much for making time for the Stiletto Foodie. And I'm going to see you soon when I am back in Kuala Lumpur. Good night.
Yeah,
Good night,
bye.
Chef. Good night, Erik. Good night.
Bye, Cheff
Bye.
Gaya.
Thank you. Good
Thank
Bye,
you.
night.
Ethel.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye. Wow, so this was such great fun. Thank you so much for joining yet another exciting Stiletto Foodie episode 3. You can always watch the replay if you did not find the time to be live with us today. I'm happy that you are happy. I'm happy that you're enjoying what I curate with a lot of love to share. Because I love food and I can see that you love food too, and it's buzzing. The video will be shared on my YouTube channel called Ethel Da Costa. So please find it, please subscribe to it because your love helps me to also create more love and put out there. Also find my Instagram handle at Ethel Da Costa. There's a lot of food related, stories that I put out on a day-to-day basis. So please follow. I need you to kind of, to be there to encourage us to create the content that you love, because when you love the content, it makes me even more happier to create and curate great content. So thank you so much for being here with me on this Friday. Make sure that you also participate on the Sunday Instagram contest this Sunday. I love you, and stay happy, stay smiling, stay positive, eat well so that we live longer. Good night.